All right, so let's finish up with the facts. Pope Gregory the 16th is going to get elected 1831. His idea was that the church was going to be a rock against relativism, indifferentism, and revolution. But because he was so unbending and unyielding, he didn't want to just stop progress, he wanted to go backwards. It's interesting how people are like, hey, I'm not a progressive. All you just want to get stuck in the mud and then maybe just get further stuck in the mud? Why go forward, up and out, when you could go backwards and down and under? The 1830 French Revolution, goodbye to the ultra-authoritarian Bourbon monarchy, King Charles X. Goodbye, King Charles X, and hello to the citizen king, Louis Philippe. So now you have this euphoria across Europe. France just got rid of their dictatorship, their absolutism, totalitarian dictatorship. They got themselves a citizen king, they got themselves a constitution. But Pope Gregory the 16th says, no, to fuck your press freedoms. Fuck your liberty of conscience. Fuck your right to vote. Separate the church and state, never. In fact, the more the liberals spoke, the more he says the exact opposite that they were saying. Love your neighbor? No, fuck your neighbor over. Turn the other cheek? No, you hit the other guy first. You don't turn the other cheek. You don't love your neighbor. You don't love your enemies. The last is going to be last, the first is first, and the last is last. Get it straight. So instead of voting for Pope Gregory the 16th, instead they voted for Pope Luigi Lambruscini. Pope Luigi Lambruscini. Pope Gregory the 16th was so right-wing, authoritarian, piece of shit. He was against railways, trains and railroads. Oh, why don't you just go ahead and pave yourself a path straight to hell? Why don't you just go ahead and pave a path straight to hell while you're at it? I wonder if Robert the Bruce has bloodlines that goes back to William the Conqueror. So instead of Luigi Lambruscini, instead of having Pope Lambruscini, now you got Pope Gregory the 16th. The Austrian occupation humiliated the Holy See. It looked like Italy was being occupied by a foreign puppet. So even though Pope Gregory the 16th took Metternich's white coats and crushed his own people, he planted the seeds for revolution in the future. The Risorgimento movement is going to begin. It's going to solidify. And what is the Risorgimento movement? This is Italy's unification movement. Italy says, let's just be one fucking country. Jesus fucking Christ. You got this goddamn Catholic Church here. They're sitting there oppressing their own people. And then when the people vote for somebody different, just for some modest reforms, they voted for their own Catholics. Catholics who says we deserve freedom. Freedom of the press, freedom of the conscience, freedom of speech. And yet this fucking Pope is such a goddamn oppressor, molester, piece of shit. He's not allowing even a goddamn an inch. He ain't allowing a goddamn minute. He ain't allowing an iota. A speck. He ain't even allow us a dreg. We don't even get a dreg of freedom. Can we at least have a dreg of freedom? No. Not even a dreg. A tick. Just a little tick of freedom. Can we have like a nanosecond? No. Can we think for ourselves? No. on trial here for my thoughts? So eventually, 1870, the Pope is going to be prisoner in the Vatican. They're going to lose the Papal States. So ultimately, even though in the short term, Gregory the 16th solved his problems, Leo the 13th is going to speak in 1888 when he says that freedom is actually rooted in obedience to God's eternal law. When you obey God's eternal law, you actually get freedom. So freedom is actually connected to Catholicism, Christianity. Think about the Christian martyrs who says, no, we're not going to obey you. No, what, stop praying to our Lord? No, we're not going to do that. Think about Jesus confronting the Pharisees and the Sadducees. Jesus Christ spoke truth to power. Jesus Christ took a whip and went into the temple and said, get the hell out of here. You're solely in my goddamn Father's house. Here in Father's house, you got a bunch of you're selling a bunch of birds. You got a bunch of money changing tables. Where's the goddamn reverence for this place? Where are the people praying? So when it comes to the difference between Pope Leo the 13th and Pope Gregory the 16th, you couldn't have a starker difference. Gregory believed in fear and fortress and alarmist recoil, whereas Pope Leo the 13th believed in reasoned reclamation, a bridge, and philosophy. And that's it for now. I got a sermon coming up here in a quick jiffy.